Hey guys, my name is Jennifer Brave. I'm the founder and owner of Facets Relational Care, and today I wanted to talk a little bit about integration and the things that I've learned about integration, especially the past year as I've gone through my divorce and have really had to face my sickness. I wanted to talk about integration because I think that integration is taught incorrectly to some degree. And so what I would like to offer you today is just a different perspective on integration and what it is and how to get it. I get questions a lot from my clients about how to integrate. That's one of the more common reasons that people will do life coaching sessions with me. But I think that we've missed the point when we start focusing on integration. Integration to a lot of people, depending on your Enneagram type, means a lot of different things. I have found that for some of my clients, integration means feeling better, learning how to relate to other people better, learning how to contain emotions and not be so ruled by them. Integration can mean developing a sense of self-esteem, trying to escape or grow out of shame. But I have other clients that view integration as a way to learn how to be present in the moment, how to stop fearing, things of that nature. I have other clients that think of integration as something to do, as a set of behavioral traits that need to change. So integration, by and large, is viewed as a tool, or rather I should say, a goal or a pathway to adjust feelings, behaviors, and thoughts in order to reach a higher self or a healthier self. And I'm going to argue against that. I'm going to go so far as to suggest that integration isn't even real. It's not real because you don't need to integrate. The idea of integration is built upon this idea that something is wrong with you as you are, that something needs to change. And that's not true. Now, there are two aspects of the psyche, for lack of a better word. There is the true self. The essence is sometimes the word that's used. And then there's also the ego. Your Enneagram personality type is your ego. It's not your true self. And so when we talk about integrating, really what we're talking about is how do I find ways to adjust my ego so that it isn't my ego. So I'll use my own number for example. If I, as a 6, want to integrate, really what I'm saying is I want to find a way to adjust my type 6 behavioral patterns in such a way that I don't have that type 6 ego, okay? The fact that I want to integrate, the fact that I want to make an adjustment to my ego is ego. Wanting to integrate is not a desire that comes from the true self because the true self doesn't need to integrate. It never did. So integration, to me, isn't about changing. It's just about having a revelation. It's about waking up and realizing that all your personality type is, this Enneagram number that you have assigned to yourself, all that it is ego. It's not real. It's in your head. That's it. It has nothing to do with who you are as a person. And the interesting thing about that revelation is when it hits you and when you really get it, and you'll know when you've really gotten it, you'll find that a lot of those behavioral patterns and those things that are associated with your Enneagram type, a lot of them fall away. And the ones that don't fall away don't really matter anymore. It's kind of like, well, I've done this, and I'm a human, and I've made a mess of things. And that's okay. And then you just go on, because it has nothing to do with anything. It's not who you are. It's not your truest essence. So integration is given a lot of attention in the Enneagram community, and I think we give too much attention to it. And I think part of the reason why so many people have a hard time integrating is because they're focused on integrating. Integration, or the attempt to integrate, is again an exercise of the ego. The ego wants to integrate. The true self doesn't have to. For those of you for whom integration is something really important that you've been working towards, ask yourself, why do you want to integrate? What you'll find is the answer to that question is an ego answer. It's an answer that is going to make you feel better about yourself, your self-esteem. Self-esteem is ego. It's not who you really are. Integration feeds the ego, which defeats the point of integration. So why do we focus so much on integration? I think the focus should be more on discovering how to pull apart essence and ego. That is integration. It's not learning how to behave better. It's not learning new emotional coping mechanisms. It's not cognitive behavioral therapy. It's simply learning who you really are versus who your ego says that you are, who society has trained you to believe that you are for all of these years. That is integration.